Welcome back. After meeting Schnobik in the Grover Latch, we were told to spend the night in a strangely decorated cabin meant for Idaran emissaries. I took a walk to try to satisfy Paraso's appetite for a vampire's, soul, and came upon Heinrich staying in the Hark cabin in the grove. After we all had a conversation with him, we received a note from Nimrod's bat, Kunkel, informing us that a battle was brewing just outside the bramble wall. As we made our way there, we dispatched a single halfling vampire assailant, which vanished in a puff of smoke before Paraso could absorb it. Once we got to the bramble wall, we discovered Despo Goodshower and the forces of the Hark army coming out of a war wagon, battling against barbarians seemingly coming from trees, commanded by a gnome on Pantherback. Now, let us see if we survive this battle. On with the dungeon dads.
Heroes rise, heroes fall. I see them on the front line, standing tall. They're risking life and limb to answer the call. But what they fighting for? Don't know, don't care. Just along for the ride, but everyone must in. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna win inside.
Ooh, all right, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast,
Woo!
The Dungeon Dads.
All right.
We're deep in it. As always, I'm joined here with John the Wizard.
Jonas Silverwind, ready to rock.
Tim the Warlock.
Phil Near.
How did this become our intro?
Could also be ready to rock, I believe. Yeah.
And also Sam. How's it going, man?
I'm doing fine. I'm glad at least that our intro has evolved to this, so this isn't how new listeners are coming in, to this confusing. Wait, I thought the wizard was John.
Yeah. Well, it's
Who's
weird.
Ionis?
And I think I said this in episode 4 or 5 when I finally got it. I was like, oh, John is not really stretching himself much by naming his character Jonas. I think because when he said it, I was like, oh, Jonas or Ionis. This is really cool.
Well,
And
it
turns out-
started because you couldn't remember the character names. And so you would be like, John the Wizard.
Yeah, there were some long pauses there.
And then we were all like, just John the Wizard? That's how you're introducing him? And now Tom has turned the tables on us, and that has become the intro.
Well, and I think I always thought that there was something magical that happened in something called post. and I'm like, oh, yeah, you guys will fix it in post.
Yep, we'll just put all the words into your mouth from the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, oh my goodness. So, can we just get right into this? I am so excited. I've been prepping this and dreaming about this.
Are you kidding? I can't believe we've had to wait this long.
I know. I didn't want to stop playing last time.
I know. So here to me is the important preface before I just describe the scene in a little bit more detail than what we got at the end of episode 20. Even though you guys have begun asserting your authority in a lot of situations, these events in the Breen Valley are still bigger than you, right? The parties are still the players are more powerful than you. The war is building in ways that you can't completely control, and in a lot of ways, this moment here is an outcrop of that, and not necessarily. Although you did do a couple of things that made this happen sooner than probably it would have. So don't blame yourselves. What I'm saying is for what is about to happen. So basically you climb to the top of this wall after killing the wild vampire that sort of poofs and goes back into the light well. And I'm going to give you the 2 rounds of combat that you see as you sort of climb up and over the wall and sort of look down at the scene. You see this already raging battle. There's more than 100 fighters out there. And from the top of the Briar wall, that stretches east-west. So the wall itself stretches east-west, and you're looking north. So just imagine the map. It's cardinal directions. Right is east, left is west, straight ahead is north. Sam, you look confused.
No, this is just my natural face.
Oh, okay.
Resting confused face.
Yeah, that explains a
I'm
lot.
thinking.
Yeah. So 30 feet down is the floor, the ground. Only about 10 feet away from you, the Hark war wagon is there. The horses are cut loose. You don't see those. From the war wagon straight north about 60 feet, there's a scrum. And in that scrum, there's about 10 red uniformed fighters, probably Hark, 5 mounted barbarian combatants, and they're fighting actively there. 130 feet from there, due north, so we're still in a straight line from where you are. The forest sort of runs parallel to the Briar wall out that far. It's a dark forest, and it rises up and obscures your view of what lies beyond. So you can't see beyond that. From those trees due north of you, you are now seeing this army of barbarians in fur and leather, and they're wielding wooden clubs and slings and steel scimitarium. And they are emerging like seemingly from these trees themselves, out of nowhere. And they're rushing toward the war wagon. This is not a well put together charge. This is just like wild, just running in berserker style toward the scrum and toward the war wagon. The scrum itself surrounds 2 champions. There's a mounted gnome on Pantherback and a woman in a helm and full plate. And you recognize her immediately. This is Despo Goodshower. The gnome swings his scimitar. She ducks. She offers her shield instead. The panther lashes out at her and bites, and she has her left greave in his teeth, and it crumples in the power of the panther's jaw. And you hear this heart-rending clang from above the other noise. And here now you see Despo Goodshower for only a moment. The helm is struck off by a stone from a sling, and it takes no time, and you see her face shift into that of a man.
Oh.
And without even acknowledging this, you hear a somewhat familiar voice say, "Good shower, spear shower." And a hail of spears comes from the Hark side, and it catches many mounted barbarians, and it just impales them. These spears impale them. You see an elf that was riding a giant snake get impaled. A halfling on a dire wolf goes down, and a young gnome that is flying on a giant owl. He barely emerges from the forest before a spear completely impales him, sends him to the ground dead. And that owl dodges, jigs, flies high above the field, circles above the Briar wall. It calls out this mournful shriek before it dives down and picks up a young spearman from behind Despo. It lifts him up with its talons, this young soldier struggling, screaming as he does. And as he passes the height of the wall, he looks at you all, and he actually locks eyes on Jonas, and he stops flailing for a moment, and you see just resignation in his eyes. He can tell, he knows he's lost. All the while, the wagon, which is 10 feet away from the wall, is from some magical source, just more and more men just keep piling out of this wagon. The fighters are just rushing out in a flood of Hark red as fast as they can. They're coming out 3 at a time from the back of this war wagon. And you see finally a soldier who's wearing light leather armor and flowers on his helmet. It's William the Wet, William the Searcher of Light. And he climbs up on top of the wagon, and he knocks an arrow in his bow. And your eyes change back to the scrum as you hear a a war cry, and you see Felipe Madamba, the bald ancient gnome with wiry white beard, and he's astride Gallamere. Gallamere is in panther form. And they press on even though these odds just keep changing. Hark just keeps having more and more and more troops by the second. And Despo, and now a man, somehow cuts the underbelly of Gallamere, the panther, and drives her spear into him. And you hear this roar of pain as the panther disappears and a bloodied half-orc appears in its place, transforming back into his druid shape. And he and Felipe just tumble to the ground, and Gallamere raises up a hand and yells something imperceptible, and these thick vines grasp at Despo. And her men behind her start to be restrained by these same vines, and they're clearly being lashed by them. And Felipe raises his scimitar to call for the second charge, but instead of words coming out, you just see Willem Searchlight's arrow come straight into his throat. It pierces it, and you see it explode out the back in a mist of blood and viscera. And before he hits the ground, Gallamere catches him. And now, out of nowhere, you see Syl Moonbrook appear. She's the jumper that you guys set free. And she touches Despo's pauldron, and the two of them disappear for a moment. And you can see that the barbarian army is, in fact, now just materializing out of these trees. It's not behind them, not through them. They are actually appearing out of the tree in some trick of druid magic. And even though the men of Hark outnumber them by 2-1, they're still killing many more of them. They're being pushed back, but it's still basically a fair fight. And then you hear the Hark men start to chant, "Waverly, Waverly." And Waverly Cloudsack walks out, the last soldier to emerge from the wagon. Willem Searchlight jumps down to his side and readies his sword in defense of Waverly. And Waverly begins to cast a spell. And now, Jonas, could you roll me a perception check?
Perception. Here we go.
Come on.
Come on, John. There we go. All right, that'll be an 18.
Nice.
Okay. So you've never seen this spell cast before. It's a spell called Steel Wind Strike. And before you can say anything or do anything about it, you see that Waverly sort of gets covered in a blue mist and time stops. And even though Cloudsack's ephemeral blue shape is starting to move a few feet per second, you can all still see him. And he appears to be moving at almost a lightning pace compared to everyone else who's just stopped in still motion. But you three, your minds are still sharp. Your bodies move freely. And this is what you hear. "Look at all this madness." And you see next to Nimrod talking, the satyr Griggly. "Zilhavin, God-touched, cursed one. Is that my Despo coming down in a very, very bad shower?"
What a choice of words.
Hello, Griggly.
How long do we
My
have?
goodness.
We're seeing Despo falling from the sky now.
Despo, you see about 400 feet up in the air. Still, like you can't perceive any movement of Despo.
Okay.
Gentlemen, you had but one mission: save the life of the one now tumbling to her death. I thought for sure you could manage that.
Was that our one mission?
Well,
Seemed
for
like
me,
seemed like we had a few more than that, but
you asked me. You, Abel, you said, "Griggly, what's your price?" And I said, "Save the one named Despo Goodshower." I gave you copious amounts of information, did I not? Nothing but the truth.
And spells that do not work.
Wizard, don't tell me you still haven't mastered your counterspell.
I keep trying. I thought I was better than this than I am.
I guess we all can be mistaken. Gentlemen, I am here. We see that the army of Hark has arrived, and the army of Felipe Madamba has arrived, and contrary to what I thought would happen, you aren't bringing any war to an end. You're lighting a even larger fire than one would have thought was possible for 3 mortals.
Well, what do you mean we lit a fire? What? I don't even know what these fellas are fighting over here.
Oh, certainly it is all clear to you.
Yes, but I'm wondering if it's clear to you. Why don't you tell me what you think is going on?
Well, I know exactly what's going on. You all set free a jumper from the tower. She's very powerful, very dangerous. Well, they were to have a bidding war, an auction between these Felipe Madamba and the Hark and the Adarans. Well, that auction did not happen, did it?
No.
They were unable to come together and solve their differences at a proper auction, were they not?
Is that what you think was going to happen?
No, they were going to kill each other there. But the difference is, when you set her free, it allowed that one, and he points to Willem the Wet, to spread the rumor that Waverly Cloudsack actually had Syl Moonbrook. And so this coming together here was entirely arranged by some deranged little thief, little assassin man, who thought it would be a good idea to spread the rumor that Waverly was coming to this conclave with Bezalith Leweltel to sell Syl Moonbrook. And so Felipe Madamba decided when better to attack Hark than when Waverly Cloudsack would be there in the flesh.
So Syl just showed up for the first time here. She's not with Felipe Madamba at the moment.
Syl is dropping men from the sky left and right across this good country. She has a lot of axe to grind.
Are we able to talk her down?
Oh, I don't know.
How much time do we have? There's a lot of conversation while Desperat's falling from the sky.
So you're seeing Waverly. So in this time, Waverly has moved across the battlefield. He stabs a barbarian in the back. The barbarian slumps over dead, and he's now slowly moving across the battlefield toward another one. And Griggly says, "You might have 3 more minutes. Ask your questions. I'll answer anything truthfully for you."
Can you save Despo from her fall?
So here's the weird thing. I'm not actually here right now. I am just using Waverly's magic to speak to you.
Okay, Yoda.
If you give me a chance, I can save her. But is there anything you can do to help us? This is much larger than us.
I felt as though I helped you enough. Very well. Quickly, you put your tongue inside the book and put your finger upon your wizard book.
I just shake my head and say, "Will this work?"
It will work. It will make you very fast.
All right.
I'm going to teach you the Quicksilver honeysuckle.
Nice.
All right. I put my tongue on his book, and I put my finger on my book.
Okay, DC 18 dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
DC 18
Oh,
dexterity,
Dexterity saving throw.
I'm about
Dude, you're putting your tongue right in the teeth.
I'm about to be Jonas Pantherback.
Oh, you're gonna
And
bifurcated tongue.
Can't-
Here we go. God.
Oh,
Damn it.
Tell me what you got. What'd you
it's a
get?
17. I got a 17. I got a 17.
You guys, you see.
do you still have
this,
inspiration?
like-
Fuck. I'm
No,
not. I
you've
need
used
it. I need it. No, I have it. I think I need it.
Take advantage.
Yeah.
so I'll just say, like, if it bites off your tongue, you probably can't cast any more spells unless the new tongue grows back real
Why
fast.
would Griggly
You think
want
it's
me
gonna
to
go-
not be able to cast spells in his book?
I mean, that's a good point.
Well, I mean, either way,
You want to take advantage?
No.
you guys see this like spray of blood come, and the mouth goes and chews, and then just spits the tongue right back at Jonas's face,
Oh,
and Jonas's
gross.
face gets this like the tongue. I mean, and actually tongues are longer than you expect. And so it hits and it just sticks on it like, you've thrown this like wet, wadded up ball of tissue paper on against the window, and it just like falls down. And Jonas, you see on the pages of your book, Expeditious Retreat has been deleted, and in its place, Quicksilver Honeysuckle has taken it. The only difference between Expeditious Retreat and Quicksilver Honeysuckle is that you can hold concentration with this this spell and another spell.
ooh.
I like that a lot.
But he can't.
if you lose-
but he can't
but if
talk. You can't tell that.
But if you lose concentration for
would lose it for
anything,
both.
you lose them both.
It's not separate concentration checks.
Right.
It's not
Okay,
separate
okay.
concentration.
Can piggyback. Okay, cool.
And Griggly says, "Time for one more question." And you see that Waverly has killed 2 more barbarians in his steel wind strike.
How do we end the war?
You're going to have to defeat these armies.
All of them.
Get out of here. You are too weak. You do not have enough supporters. Prince Adair, the actual prince, is here. His troops currently are marching from the east and the west. You have friends to the west. Adair has some troops from Lakenhearth approaching from the west. If you're going to end these wars, you need to survive this battle.
All right, can I speak?
You guys see that a bifurcated tongue is growing in its place, and it is just like Nimrod Tolkien's, and it's really, really weird. And he sounds the same, but Jonas, for the rest of this encounter, at least, I'm going to have you roll a DC 20 whenever you want to cast a spell, and if you roll a 1, you fail to cast that spell.
Jesus Christ. All right.
You have
So
a 5% chance
DC
of
2 check.
Yeah, it's a DC 2 check for spell failure.
Hey Tim, it sounds like I need to keep that inspiration.
It does. or you could have had a regular tongue. I mean, who's to say?
Only
to
if
say?
there's vocal components. So if you cast a somatic spell, no chance of failure.
Right. All right.
Gentlemen, do we must do something to save Despo. Do you think we could get Syl to help us?
We'd have to find her and talk her down.
Could we not? Do you not have some connection with her, Ionis?
I think if I can get to her, I can talk to her. How far is Despo's point of impact, Tom? From me.
From you, it is 30 feet down to the ground, and then 10 plus 60, so 70 feet. 70 feet away from you on the ground plus 30 feet down.
Okay. Okay. And I've collected the rope. By the way,
Yes.
while all this is happening, I've collected. It's in my backpack.
Okay.
And then if I
Grigley says,
Oh.
"Gentlemen, prepare yourselves. So you have 1 round from right now until this time stops."
Okay. If I get to the ground? If I get to the ground, is my way blocked?
So if you jump straight down to the ground, you got a wagon
Yep.
that's right in front of you. You have to move around that.
Yep.
You have a lot of Hark troops who are sort of they're filling this space a little bit.
Okay.
You're going to have to jig and jag, and hopefully, I mean, look, if you enter their space, I mean, there's a chance that they decide to attack you, like just seeing a streaking Jonas. I mean, I'm assuming you're gonna Quicksilver honeysuckle.
We're gonna see. I need to see what my terrain looks like.
Okay.
If you cast levitate on someone who's falling,
Well, that's my plan. My plan is to
Okay.
catch her in the sky, and
All
just
right.
because my assumption is, well, okay. Let me just tell you what I'm going to do. If I'm blocked, I'm going to take a suggestion from a previous episode, and I'm going to leap off of the wall. And I'm gonna before I leap, I'm gonna take out a golden wire that's in a cup shape, and I'm going to shout "levitate, levitate" as I leap, and I'm going to use that momentum to take me clear over everybody all the way to Despo.
70 feet.
I mean, I can move. I mean, I'm a Mylar balloon. I'm going to move as 100 feet. It's not going to matter.
what's the range on levitate?
The range is 60 feet. I can catch somebody at 60 feet, but there's no gravity, right? So I'm using my momentum to take me, like, there's no
I guess
friction.
What I'm saying is you don't have to get all the way to her impact point.
Well, so this is
Right.
my thought. If I jump to her, once I get to the point where she's on top of me, I cast levitate again on her. And then when the spell ends on me, I just float to the ground like Featherfall, and then I catch her in the sky, and now she and I are together.
Tricky timing.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I think you're going to need to run 20 feet to get that momentum going. So,
Can he run on along the top of the wall?
I can run along the
Yes.
top. Yeah.
yep. And then jump, I guess, sideways toward Despo.
Yeah.
And then do your levitate.
We've still got Nimrod, Tolkien, and
The bard,
Locust.
the locust.
Wokest.
Wokest the
I turn to
Locust.
them. I'm like, neither of you guys know Featherfall, do you?
Well, they're still they're still in time stop.
Oh, they're still in time.
So it's just the three of us.
Yep.
Okay.
Grigley, who
He's gone.
needs to live and who needs to die? Oh, he's
gone. He's gone.
I only got one more question. Dang,
Yep.
he was serious about that.
Okay. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay. Sounds good. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and do initiative, and I will add things to this initiative order as they come, depending on like how you engage with them.
Okay.
This is a really large scale battle scene, so I'm going to at initiative 0, I'm going to describe what happened with the battlefield that wasn't in our initiative order. That seems relevant. Okay,
Okay.
does that sound good?
I got a 4.
Ooh, okay.
So did I. I'm going last. Though.
Ooh, okay.
I got an 8. Jeez.
Well, fellas, this is an inauspicious start to this.
I mean, listen,
Not good. Not good.
our initiative rolls have never been stellar.
Okay. All right. So Jonas, you are gonna go first.
Okay, so I'm going to take a run 20 feet, and I'm going to launch myself off the wall, and I'm going to cast levitate on myself.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you 30 feet plus momentum. Okay. So you are gonna get 30 feet toward Despo at 20 feet up. Is that what levitate is?
Yeah, 20 feet up. Yep.
So you're gonna head down to about 20 feet off the ground, and you're just like kind of cruising across the air, and you get a full 30 feet toward Despo.
Okay. And we're back in normal time now.
Oh wait, hey, does levitate have a verbal component?
Maybe. It does. All right, it does.
Okay, so roll a
Lemonade.
levitate. Yeah, you just,
The T's don't sound right when your tongue doesn't have that same shape you're used to.
all right, I need you to roll. I need you to roll a d20. Just don't be like episode 14.
14.
Don't roll a bunch of ones this episode.
So it's only going to be bad if I roll a 1.
If you roll a 1, this spell is not gonna come off, and you're gonna land on the ground.
If it doesn't go off, do I get a bonus action spell?
Why would you get a bonus action spell?
Because I'm going to fall and hurt myself.
Because it never hurts to ask.
No, I mean
get a bonus
your
action.
Your action is going to be casting levitate.
Right.
It's not going to work, so it's not going to be. You're not going to even lose a second level spell slot. You just won't cast it, so you will have a bonus action. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to roll this. I'm going to cast levitate, and I'm going to roll this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll this.
I'm going to roll this.
And I'm casting
Just don't get a 1, my
And
man.
I'm gonna roll this.
Just don't get a 1.
Here we go. All right. 13.
13. Okay. So you guys see Jonas, he runs, and then he like floats off toward Despo without saying a word to you, by the way.
I told him that I said if Griggly gives me a chance, I can save her.
Okay, good.
We're improvisers around here.
All right. Filner, it's you.
Okay. Do I see Syl anywhere?
You don't see Syl anywhere.
So, okay.
And we're still in a time stop
Right.
here. So
Okay.
So Waverly is now moving toward the last person he's going to hack up. And this thing is nasty. Like he hasn't even appeared for more than for any amount of time. He just see him, he gets close to someone and they sort of like evaporate. They're just like
this straight up Nightcrawler.
So, yeah.
it's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wouldn't even be able to target somebody like him if I wanted to.
You couldn't target him, but you can target literally anybody else.
Right.
on
Probably with
the
advantage
battlefield.
because it's basically hold person on a
Yes.
massive scale.
I mean, this is advantage, and you're going to crit him.
Do I see Willem?
You do see Willem.
Is he also frozen?
He is frozen.
I just don't know.
Willem is close to the wagon. You are 20 feet. You're 30 feet up and 20 feet away from Willem. You can get to Willem this turn if you wanted to.
I don't even need to get there. I just don't know if I want to do it.
I say, Filnir, we can't afford any luxuries here. We got to make a path for Jonas. He's gonna land
All right, who's in?
at some
Who's
point.
in? Yeah,
I
who's
assume.
in? Who's in Jonas's way?
I mean,
How
there
many,
are
how many guys?
at 20.
20 guys in Jonas's way. Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I mean, and then Jonas. I'm assuming his plan is to get close enough to the scrum
Okay, hold on.
when he
All right.
casts levitate on.
I've got
on
the
Despo.
thing for this because I can cancel it when I need to.
And we're 60 feet up, right?
No, we're 30 feet up.
No, you're 30 feet up.
30 feet up.
Okay, so I'm going to use Hunger of Hadar, which we have yet to see this game or this campaign. So my range is 150 feet. It's a 20-foot radius sphere, so it covers 40 feet. So I would like to basically use it on a path between where Despo's coming down, meaning Ionis's eventual landing spot, and the wall to clear a path for him. So how much, I don't know exactly how much space that is, but I can cover 40 feet diameter with this in a sphere.
So I will tell you this: if you target somewhere between you and the scrum,
Mhm.
you're going to get almost entirely Hark soldiers. If you target partial scrum, you're going to get some of
Some of each.
the barbarians in there.
Okay.
Now, will that get? I'm only 20 feet in the air. Will that get me? It's a 40-foot diameter.
It's
you
a
said.
20-foot radius, but you're 20
Okay.
feet in the air, but you were 30 feet in the air, so you're not 50 feet in the air. You're just 20 feet in the air.
I'm just 20 feet. Like I jumped and then I fell to 20 feet
Got
and
it.
I kept
Got it.
kept
I
going.
mean, I could center it, I guess, a foot underground to keep your toes out of it, right? And it's a sphere, so if it's not directly under you, it wouldn't touch you.
Yeah, if you did it behind me, that would be
Right.
great.
So that's the plan.
Okay.
So I will let you get Willem in this if you would like to get Willem in this.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's get Willem in this.
If you get Willem in it, you're going to just get Hark people. Though.
I don't know what the right move is here.
What does Hunger of Hadar do?
So it's basically a 20-foot radius sphere. It's blackness and cold. So it basically creates a void, so they can't see. There's no light, magical or otherwise, that can see. Everybody's blind inside the area, and it's difficult terrain. So they take cold damage and acid damage if they haven't left the area on their start of their turn. Because there's like tentacles from another world basically coming in, and so yeah. So basically they can't see anything. So maybe this is great. So let's put this. Yeah, I don't care if it's all Hark. Let's get this. Let's get Willem. Hopefully Waverly's in there too. I've obviously I don't know, but he's getting a Darren soldier, so he presumably would not be.
No, he's not getting a Darren soldier. He is only getting Philippe Madama. Just to be clear, even though Grizzly told you the Darren soldiers are there, you don't see any Darren soldiers.
Oh, that's right. That's what I meant. The barbarians,
They're to the
Felipe
east and
soldiers,
west,
not
yeah.
the Darren soldiers. My mistake.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do this.
I want to know how you cast it.
Yeah. I want to hear it.
Okay. So I look down at the battlefield. Time stopped. I look at where Jonas has run. I see Willem. I get that disgusting feeling that runs down my body that he's always instilled in each of us. And then you see my eyes roll back, my hands kind of twitch, and then seize up into a fist, and then spread out and open. And as they do that, this ball of blackness just takes over the battlefield and makes a 20-foot radius sphere. And I'm going to cast that. That will be... Where the heck is it?
Oh.
I can't. Why is it not even...
Can we see the tentacles, or can you only see them if you're in the
I think
blackness?
you don't even see them. I think you just feel them, which makes it even
The
worse.
thing is just nasty. Ew.
Oh, that's so awful.
Do we just hear the screams?
The void
my
is filled with a
D6s.
cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away.
Oh my
So
God.
they can hear this outside of...
I hear it.
Yeah. You hear it, and I'm sure you're slightly terrified, but hopefully you're focused.
Feel near.
Okay, so let's see. Any creature that starts its turn in the area. So nobody takes damage until their turn, Tom. So let me know
Okay.
how you want to adjudicate that. But
Okay.
it'll be 2d6 at the start of their turn, and if they haven't left, it's 2d6 at the end of their turn if they don't save on a dex throw.
Okay.
So
I
and
got
it's a 20-foot sphere.
Yep.
Does that mean like Jonas's toes are gonna dip through it?
No, because it's
Then
not
he's
not
gonna
right
put it
under
a little-
him. It's behind him. So since
Yeah,
it's
he's
a
gonna put it behind
sphere,
me.
Okay.
yeah, it's not unless it was directly under him. If he's 20 feet up, he's safe. So I don't roll any dice yet. I will roll dice
Wait.
when we get there.
I'm gonna put Willem up here in the initiative. Willem rolled a 25, a natural 20, and he gets
Wow.
a +5 for his initiative roll. Yeah, so that's fine. That's fine. And then I'm gonna put some of these Hark soldiers also in it. Also,
And Tom, just so you know,
So-
it is concentration.
okay.
So as soon as I see Jonas coming down, if he's going to fall in it, I can blip it out, but I cannot move it as far as I know.
Sam, what were you gonna say?
I was like, I don't know how this exactly clears a path for us to where Jonas is.
It's pretty cool though.
It's very cool.
It's pretty cool. Though.
Well-
I mean, I may. Are you going to move, Phil?
No, because nobody can see in that sphere now, so nobody that is in it would know where it came from.
Okay.
I mean, if those guys all run away, I can get back to the wall, maybe.
Yeah, or we can
Right.
see if hopefully there's just a pile of bodies for you to run over.
Right.
Well, that was
Okay.
a very Filnir thing to say. Hopefully, there'll
Sorry,
just be
hopefully
a
there's a
corpses
pile of
there.
bodies for you to run over.
Can play the floor is lava and just hop from stone to stone.
Okay, so it is Abel's turn.
Okay, so how close to the wall does this sphere start?
It's going to be if it's going to get Willem in there at the sort of the closest in, it's about 20 feet out. It
Okay,
starts about 20 feet out.
and you said the war wagon was about 10 feet out.
10. Yep.
Okay, what would be the DC on an athletics check to jump from the top of the wall onto the top of the wagon and then onto the ground?
Okay, so it's all about landing.
Right.
So you're not going to have any problem. You what's your strength? 18.
My strength, is 18.
So you could do a standing jump of 9 feet at level. So if you're doing a standing jump, you're going to make it. You can make it to the wagon top by using your trajectory. I'll give it. You want to use athletics, don't you? You don't want to use
Well,
acrobatics for landing.
Absolutely. I want to use athletics. Well, the other thing is I'm hoping that rather than falling 30 feet, if I fall 20 and then 10,
Yep.
if I stair step it, I can get by without taking damage.
Yeah. Well, at 20 feet, you'll take a d6.
All right. I'll go for it. All right.
Yeah.
I can't do like a fancy athletics move, like a tuck and roll or something to
like a oh god, what's it called? A parkour. I was about to call it a robo-show in honor of one of our big.
I want to do a
fans.
parkour robo-show.
a parkour robo-show.
That's what I want to do. To avoid the damage.
Okay.
Can I
I'll
do
give
an
you a
athletics
choice.
check to do a parkour robo-show and avoid the damage?
Okay, here's what I'll do for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you fail this, you're gonna take 2d6 for falling 20 feet. If you pass it, you're gonna take no damage.
Okay. What's the DC?
Double or nothing.
It's gonna be so the DC for the first part is going to be a 13,
Okay.
and then for the second part to land standing up, it's going to be a 10. So a 13 first, and then a 10.
14.
Okay, all right. So
Nice.
you
No
do
damage.
your parkour robo-show, and then see if you can land not being prone.
20.
Okay, so you
Good
have
show,
only
man.
used
Way
you've
to
only
go,
used
sport.
10 feet of your movement.
All right. So I leap off of the wall and I land on top of the wagon and sort of tuck and roll, pop back up to my feet, jump off the wagon, land, 3-point stance, Iron Man style. And then I say, all right, Tempest, you wanted war. We got some war. And I brandish Tempest's prick and I say, flee and live or come and die. And I slam it on the ground and the spirits of my vanquished enemies rise up from the ground and start spinning around me in a cycle.
Oh,
I cast Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians.
so good.
Bring on the AoE.
Okay.
Right?
And we're still okay now, just so you know, we are still in time stop mode as of right now.
Wait, so nobody heard me say that?
Nope. Nope. It comes back like this. When it
Nobody
speeds
saw-
up, it's like the chipmunks.
Nobody saw my parkour robo show. Come on, man.
Saw your parkour robo show except for Ionis and Filnir. Although I will say, as Waverly Cloudsack is ending his last slash, he does sort of like turn his face past you, and you do see actual like ethereal surprise on his face. And from the ground, not only do you see your fallen what you call them, victims, adversaries,
Yes. Yeah.
foes.
So here's the thing. You know, they are not necessarily the spirits of my vanquished enemies, but that is the form that
Yes.
Tempest's celestial guardians take
So
when
here-
I call it forth.
So here's what I'm going to say that you also see in addition to this. You see from the ground a giant head sort of coming up and forming for a moment, and you immediately recognize this is Tempest's face, and he says, "You will accept me on this battlefield, my son. I can feel it."
And then
Okay.
one's flying by, and I go, "Oh, hey, Steven." And I want to use the rest of my movement to get as close as to where I mean, I can still sort of judge where Despo is going to land and where Jonas is going to try to catch her. So I want to
Yeah.
get as close to that as I can, edging around the sphere of demonic blackness.
So straight line, you will pass by several men who will not this turn be able to get opportunity attacks on you because they are still in time stop mode. But you're going to pass several of them, and when
How many?
7.
Oh man, they're gonna take. No, they're not gonna take darkness damage because they're not in it. But a lot of start of turn damage for these folks.
Yeah.
There's about 20 guys in the Hadar.
Damn.
Can I get to a place where I am clear, like of guys around me, 15 feet in any direction?
In this current battlefield, you could get about 30, like you could be aiming for about 30 feet away from the scrum directly to the west. You'll get about halfway there this turn. So
Okay.
you could move away so that you're not going to have those Hark soldiers in the Spirit Guardians.
Okay. I am going to do that. They will have to make the choice to come to me
Okay.
because they couldn't hear me say that.
Yeah, so you're gonna go.
I'll say it again on my next turn.
Okay, so you're gonna go basically north by northwest, and you're gonna end up about 50 feet away from where Despo is coming down, and
50
you'll be
feet
well,
away.
and you'll be well outside of the Hunger of Hadar, and well outside of guys will not start their turn in your Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So as the round begins, you see that movement has started back on these fellows. Wokest is still up on the wall playing just these weird 2 chords over and over again that everyone who hears them, everybody is just filled with bravery. So he is indiscriminately giving immunity to fear
Yes.
right now to everyone in the battlefield.
Oh, everybody, not everybody.
No, Wokus. We want them to be scared of us. We're trying to be intimidating.
You see the soldier that was picked up by the owl fall to the ground dead. And the barbarians beyond the scrum are now charging in full tilt toward the scrum. Cloudsack emerges out of his steel wind strike, and he has killed 5 mounted land druids, and their mounts are sort of looking up to see what is happening to the ones on top of them. There's about 20 barbarian soldiers still remaining and about 26 mounts that are remaining. And Hark has about 55 soldiers still alive. Okay. Next round. Tim, can we hear outside? Can we hear people from the inside of the Hadar?
Let's see.
I think it said 30 feet away.
Well, 30 feet away, you hear the soft whispers and slurping noises.
Oh, that's true.
But not.
It doesn't
but
say
not
anything
the
else
people
about the
inside.
sound. You can probably hear the screams if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They
so
just can't.
you
They
hear-
can't see. They are completely blind when they come out of this time stop.
and it's difficult terrain, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I am going to roll a D4 to determine which way Willem Searchlight is going to try to move.
Can I
when
roll
he
my
takes his
damage on
turn.
him? The cold
Roll
damage
him.
first.
Yep.
All right. So this is just 2d6. Probably not crazy. 7 damage.
Oh, but don't forget the acid damage.
Well, that's
Another
only if he
2d6.
ends his turn inside.
Okay. Okay. All right. So he is going to move due west. I got a 2. So he how far deep in this did you put him?
I mean, you tell me. You were helping me figure out the position of this
So
as between Jonas and him. So I don't, I don't have that mapped out.
I think he has about 10 feet to get out to the west.
Okay.
And I think he's about 4 feet out from if he would have moved south.
Right.
So okay. So he's going to use all of his movement. It's 20 feet. So he is not going to get all the way out. He's going to dash out. And when he runs out of the hunger of Hadar, Abel, you see Willem Searchlight sort of appear from the hunger of Hadar, and he looks around and he sees you with these spirit guardians, and he goes, "Man, what's going on? That's pretty cool trick. Whoever threw that thing up." And he like knocks his bow again. He's like searching the battlefield for Waverly Cloudsack, and because Waverly's on the other side of the Hunger of Hadar, he doesn't see him. Okay, and you see, let's see here, same damage for the guys who are still inside. Yeah,
Yeah, that's easier.
All right. This guy runs north. He is not going to get out. Roll that acid damage.
All right. Another 2d6.
North again.
Another 5 damage.
Okay. My God. I just rolled north again. And I rolled the south. Okay. So these guys there's still a bunch of guys stuck in here. You hear screaming. You hear men dying. You have no idea how many men are dead inside of here. One runs due south out, and Filner, you can see him. He runs out. You are looking at Vinay.
Oh,
Do you
man.
remember Vinay?
Oh, man.
And he comes out, and he's got that big old 2-handed long sword, great sword, and he's like, oh Jesus! And as soon as he hears Wokus's song, he feels better, and he turns around looking for battle again. All right, Ionis.
Okay, so how far has Despo fallen?
So she is now only about 100 feet from the ground, so she will hit the ground next turn.
Okay, so I am, and I'm 30. I'm 40 feet from her.
You're 40 feet from her. You have the momentum to go another 20 feet.
Okay, so I will allow the momentum to take me another 20 feet, and then I'll cast. I'll say levitate on. On
Is she going to be within? What's the range on levitate?
60 feet.
Okay, so I think you're going to have to
Ready it?
hold. I think you're going to have to hold that action. I think you're going to have to concentrate on this. Go ahead, Sam. What are you saying?
I mean, he can just ready the spell and say, when she enters range, cast levitate on her, right?
Yeah.
But she's still 100 feet up.
Here's the only problem with this.
Levitates concentration, isn't it?
Levitates concentration, and to ready a spell takes concentration.
So you would start to fall.
So
So
I'm
you-
starting to come down.
You're going to start coming down.
Okay. Well, I mean, that was part of my plan anyway.
How quickly do you come down?
I just float down. It's like feather fall, I guess.
Okay. All right. So you will be, if you ready this spell, you will be on the ground. Now you are clear of the Hadar,
Okay.
but you are, lots of men are near you.
All right.
Now, you're right near the scrum.
So I'm near the scrum. I'm trying to catch her. Can we say with the descent, that's another 10 feet?
Sure. Yep.
So I went 20, I cast the thing, and then I end up with my 30 feet
Yep.
when I hit the ground.
That sounds right.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Have we thought about what we're going to do with Despo when we catch her?
Sure. We're going to
John's
talk.
going to carry her.
We're going to talk. Don't worry. I got it. Don't worry, Sam. I got it. All right?
I mean, something tells me she's going to want to get back in the fight.
All right. Let's
Okay.
at least try to talk to her.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to roll again?
Not yet. I'm going to have you roll when you actually cast it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right, Filnir.
Okay, so I'm concentrating on
The battle is raging.
Yeah.
They are not attacking you as of yet.
right.
These guys who were in the Hadar do not know that you are the one who sent this
Right.
at them.
Right. And Willem has not seen me yet,
He's not seen you yet.
and I have. So where is Waverly now?
So Waverly is.
I probably can't see him either. If he was on the
He's
other side.
due east. He's due east about 20 feet of the scrum. So 20 feet to your right and 70 feet ahead. So you were on the hypotenuse of a 20, 70, 90 triangle. So about 90 feet.
Right. Okay. Oof.
Filnir, don't kill anybody unless you have to.
It might be too late for that. I don't know. We will find out. Yeah, I think I will just. I still have my longbow out,
Yeah.
so I will knock it and be ready to return fire at anybody that puts me in their
Targets-
sights, so to speak.
Targets you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Abel.
All right, so Jonas is coming down, or he has come down
He's come
on a
down.
spot.
Yep.
But he is, how far is he from, but he's only like a good, 20 feet from Despo's projected impact spot?
Yeah, he's about 10, 15 feet from her projected impact spot, and he is about 10 feet away from the outer circle of this scrum on the south side of that. 10 feet north of the Hadar, and 10 feet south, 10, 15 feet south of the scrum.
And that's where, and her impact point is in the scrum.
In the scrum.
Straight up.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. So how far am I from her impact point?
50
50 feet.
50 feet.
All right.
Abels, don't kill anyone if you don't have to.
All right. So I shout again, flee and live or stay and die. And then I'm only going to move my 30 feet. I'm going to take my dash action, and I'm just going to put my spirit guardians like right up against the scrum. But
Okay.
like sort of make it clear that like that's the direction I'm going,
Okay.
and move as much as I can without actually putting anybody in it this round.
Okay.
But my direction is clear.
Okay. So when you get there, you see several Hark men who sort of hear and feel the closeness of these fallen foes that are spinning around you. And one of them looks back and says,
And I also yell, "Wokest, shut the fuck up!"
and one of them looks back and goes, "Deserter, are you back?"
Not in the way you'd like.
and he
Run, boy, run!
He says, "Oh, Madamba's got new reinforcements. Look to
Can
the
I do?
rear."
Can I do an intimidation check?
Yeah, sure, do it.
That was a natural 20.
No.
Wow.
All right.
Fly, you fools, fly!
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have them roll. Oh, let's see. What's the opposite of intimidation
You
here?
can't beat a natural 20.
I know. What are
anyway.
you talking about?
Well, listen, they will be intimidated, but the question is, what do they do?
Yeah, what
it's
do they
not
do?
like it's a fear spell necessarily.
And also, we're in a massive battle, so I don't want everybody to run away. For God's sake, that's not. He's not going to scare everybody off. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. This scrum has about 20 men in it, and easily hearable by 8 of them. I'm going to roll a D8, and these guys are going to do their best to move the fuck away from you.
Okay. My hair is blowing in a spectral wind, and my eyes are alight with a radiant fire.
Okay, here we go. So one guy, the guy who recognized you, is like, "Oh hell no! I didn't sign up for this." And so he moves out of the scrum, and you see Beanpole, who's in the scrum, and he doesn't have his bow, and he looks over and he goes, "Robert, what are you doing?" And the guy is running back toward the war wagon. He says, "The teleportation circle's bound to be still on. I didn't sign up for this." And so he's running away. And Beanpole now sees you. Go ahead.
Run, Beanpole!
Dang, man, you're old. Okay. All right. So, Despo is falling down, and Ionis has light as a feather sort of come down and landed, and he is ready to cast this thing to save Despo Goodshower's life. I need you to roll your D20 and not roll a 1, man.
All right, so we already did the. We're not going to worry about the guys and Mr. Sweaty.
Well, I guess she's going first.
Did she? Okay, she.
Yeah. So this is
not your turn. This is
not your
turn.
turn. This is
ready
the
action.
environmental.
This is her.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the environmental turn.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
Roll your
I'm
D20,
rolling my
baby.
D20, and I'm just rubbing it.
I've never
Okay.
been so nervous that someone was going to roll a
Oh
1.
my
Right.
gosh!
I know.
It's only because I'm so good at rolling them. I rolled a 7.
Okay. It goes off like nothing else. You get that thing, you get that spell right off, and it's no problem.
All right, so I catch her, and hopefully she just kind of slows down to 20 feet and is just kind of floating there.
So she doesn't just. If you just stop her at 20 feet, she's going to break her back. So what happens is you cast Levitate on her, and it gets her, and it's almost like she's on a bungee cord.
Uh-huh.
And so she goes down to like 5 feet, and then goes up to like 40 feet, and then kind of comes down, and she sort of bounces back and forth, and she rests at 20 feet up. And she goes, oh God, I thought that was it. What in the hell? And I'm going to give her a saving throw to see if you actually keep her, because
Why
this is the weird thing.
would you keep? She wants me to catch her. She wants this.
Well,
She comes
okay,
down really
on her
slow.
turn. Yeah, on her turn, I will. I'll give her a saving throw.
Let me talk. At
How's
least
that?
let me say something.
All right, so I am gonna roll Despo Good Showers initiative in the initiative order here.
We don't have any of our potions, do we?
No.
We drank
one
the one that we
right?
had.
Yeah. No,
I mean, I say
thought
we.
that was the only one. I just wasn't sure if we had.
Yeah, it was the only one.
I didn't remember if we'd gotten another one.
We sent her a bunch.
Yeah, we certainly have met her vendors.
Okay, all right. She got a 12 on her.
All the
initiative.
NPCs first, then all of us.
Yeah, that's really sad. This is weird.
That is weird.
This is
It is
weird.
weird. So, Hunger of Hadar
Yeah,
is
Hunger
still...
of Hadar is still up. Okay, so Wokist sees something that he doesn't like. You hear the music stop, and he is now running along the top of that wall west as fast as he can,
That's away from us then.
away from you. Despo is held up in the air. Willem aims his bow and hits a dire wolf and changes it back into halfling form. And you see Gallimere, who's in the middle of this scrum, protecting Felipe Madamba's body as best he can, and he slices out with a knife at Beanpole, catches him in the face, and does a bunch of damage to him. And you see on top of another bear coming from the woods now, you see Shannara, the druid that you saved and that took you in to see Griggly. And she is riding up, and you see her casting something, and she says, "Wall of Thorns, be with me, protect our troops." And you see this wall of, like, very similar to the Briar wall pop up, and it totally encircles the scrum, including Ionis and Abel, and you can still see into it, but you can't see Ionis now. He's like right next to this thorn wall that's coming up, and you see most of the Hark army now is on the outside of this thorn wall that has sprouted up. Now, Ionis, I hate to say it, this is going to require a saving throw on your part.
It's like right on me.
It's right behind you. It's
Ugh,
right
shit
behind
ain't
you.
fair.
This is going to be a DC 14
Okay, you said Dex.
Dex. Yes.
Okay, here we go. 17.
Okay. So you're able to make sure none of the thorns as they come up are going to get you. But you see several men who are as close as you were to the thorn wall, being enveloped and slashed apart by the thorn wall. And we are down to 10 men have died inside the Hunger of Hadar. You hear them screaming as they go, and we are down to 38 Hark men and 18 barbarians. And
outside of that thorn wall.
so the thorn wall killed a bunch of men. Most of the Hark army now. So the ones that are not in the scrum are on the outside of the thorn wall.
Okay, so it kind of bisected the battle.
It bisected the battle. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so the barbarians now have a decided advantage over the inside of this thorn wall. You can see it in your eyes now, in your mind, kind of.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. So Willem is now cut off from this thing, though, and he is just looking around, and he's looking for Waverly. He calls out to Waverly, and he starts running back toward the war wagon. And the veterans who are inside this thing roll their cold damage.
9.
Oh, shit. Okay.
6 and a 3.
These guys are still running north. And how big is this thing? 40 feet, you said?
It's a 20-foot radius.
God damn it. So last
So
time
if they were at the southern end.
time they only got
it's,
through 20 feet of it or 15 feet of it. So They're going to keep running north.
Well, if they used a full dash, they could have gotten through 30 feet of it.
Yeah, they didn't use a full dash. They were moving
Okay.
through, slogging through as the tentacles of hell were grabbing at them. They've never seen anything like this, Sam. Willem
What?
Willem was a little smarter about it. He just ran as hard as he could, realizing the magic he was in.
Yeah, he always had good instincts, didn't he?
He's got good instincts, yeah. So one of them pops out right behind Ionis, and he comes out, and Ionis, you see him, and he looks like just terrified. And he sees you, and he sort of kind of recognizes you. You sort of recognize him. He was one of the troops that came in right before the Monteran the Monteran envoy arrived at Hark, but you couldn't name him, and he couldn't name you.
Mm-hmm.
And he just tips his head and he says, "Oh God, were you able to get out of that too? Oh shit! Oh my God, what kind of druid magic are we doing? I didn't expect anything like this."
Neither did I. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, my God.
Yeah. What's wrong with your tongue, man? Is my tongue okay? Look at my tongue. Is my tongue okay?
One of the... I'm so sorry. I think it's the same thing. One of the tentacles got me in the face, and I don't know what happened, but this is how I found out.
Oh, Jesus. And he calls out, and he looks over to his right, and he sees Waverly. He says, "Waverly, is there anything you can do about this?" And Waverly just sort of like glowers at the two of you, and he says, "Of course I can." And Tim, roll the acid damage for the one that's still stuck in there.
All right. 10.
God damn.
Jesus Christ. Okay, he's still alive, but you hear 4 more men die inside the black maw of your tentacles of Hadar. And Waverly calls out. He says, "If you see a wizard and it's not me, kill him."
Awesome.
All right. Despo Goodshower. It's her turn now. She looks down, and you don't quite recognize her face. It's the face of a man, but you can still see a general shape of her. Cheekbones, same place, same sort of scowl, and side talking. "Oh God, Jonas, is that you?"
Yes, it's me. It's me.
"Oh Jesus Christ, what happened?"
You've been dropped a great distance. Just stay there and let me help you, please. Just stay there.
I gotta get back in that and kill some more druids. Look at
No,
us.
no,
Look at
no.
what's that wall behind you?
No. You stay right there. You are in great danger. Here, hold on to this. Jesus, help me.
And the rope jumps up.
Oh my God. Are you going to lead her like a Macy's parade float?
I tie it around my waist. Grab onto this.
All right, you crazy old wizard. Jesus, look at all these troops coming from the east. Oh Jesus, what? It's a mounted cavalry over there.
I promise that this is a losing battle. Just please come with me. And can we do both of our turns together?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, all right.
Oh yeah. It's your turn next. Yes,
yeah, my turn's next. So I'm gonna move into Quicksilver Honeysuckle.
All right. Is there a verbal component to that?
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. It does.
Quicksilver Honeysuckle.
All right. Roll it, man.
Dog it, man! You killing
And
me.
you're able to concentrate on this and another spell.
Hopefully I can move into this and keep the levitate going for Despo. All right, 14.
14, good.
Who?
I think you got it. It's fine.
Quicksilver Honeysuckle.
Yeah, and you hear Despo go, "I always knew you were gonna know that one pretty soon. all the brain mages know that one."
Did she grab on?
Yeah, she grabbed on.
Okay, we take off.
All right, where are you going to go? So let me tell you, you're going to have to run toward the barbarians because this thorn wall is about 100 feet long, and it's forming like a U. that has trapped everyone on one side of it on over here.
Where's Abel?
Abel is on the other side of the scrum, so you'd have to go past about 10 soldiers, 6 Hark and 4 mounted barbarians.
Okay. Just right past them, 5 feet.
Yep.
They're in 5 feet of me as I move.
So he's on the north side.
He's
of
on the
this?
south side.
South side.
Yeah.
And I'm on
So-
the west side.
He's on the south, slightly west. No, south, slightly east. He's going to have to go around the southern part of this.
Is it a
and-
complete circle? Can I go around the other side of it?
You could. That's toward Waverly.
Oh, Waverly's over.
And not-
Because I
and
thought he
not-
was near me. I was trying to
not
run away
toward-
from.
Yeah, he's to the east.
He's to the east. Abel's to the west.
Run to me, Jonas.
Yeah, I know where Abel is. I know I got to get to him. So I dash for Abel 90 feet.
Okay, so you can get to Abel. You are going to pass by at least 6 Hark soldiers who have just been told to attack any wizard that's not him.
And that's all I have to do is I can't like zigzag or there's no way I can go except a straight line or like a curve around the wall.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You have men. You're in the middle of a heated battle. You have a few feet between you between the wall and the scrum,
Mhm.
and you're going to be passing within 5 feet of 6 Hark soldiers.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. They are all gonna flip around and and try to hit you as
Okay.
as you're pulling. Basically, don't forget you're basically pulling their
Yeah, but she's
their
weightless.
leader.
Yeah, well, that's true. They're going to be mad about it.
Yeah. Okay. So I am gonna just roll. These guys all have +2s. I'm gonna roll. What's your Okay. What is your AC? Remind me.
Well, I did mage armor when the vampire was attacking me, so it's a 16. And then the first one that tries to hit me, I'm going to cast shield.
Okay.
And it'll
All
take
right.
it up to 21.
Okay. So I got a 20 with one of them, and the rest will miss. So you're going to use shield on this one.
Shield.
All right. So they all just sort of they swing wildly at you, and one of them is clearly going to hit you, and it pings off of your magical shield, and you are able to make it all the way to Abel.
Abel! Oh God! All right, I've got Despo.
God damn! Put me down! You're taking me away
say-
from the fight.
Do you have the potion of revivify?
I've got it.
Give it to me.
All right, I throw it to him.
Okay. All right, Filnir, it's you. Your comrades are on the other side of a thorn wall, and they are together, and you see Despo Goodshower floating right at the
Floating on
height of the thorn wall
rope.
that's there.
Okay, so I don't have line of sight on them,
No,
or I do.
you
okay, so I
know
saw
where
this-
Abel was, and you knew where Jonas
Right.
was.
Can he see a tornado of spiritual guardians swirling above the thorn wall?
He can see them coming through the thorn wall, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I would want to make my way towards them. So how would that work if? So I'd have to do kind of the same thing that Abel did with the wagon, right? Jump down onto the wagon
Yeah.
and then jump down.
What's
over
your
there.
strength?
Well, I would use acrobatics instead of strength, but
Not sure what is your strength?
12.
12. So a standing long jump for you is 6 feet. So you'll need to get a running start to make.
Can I do that on the wall?
Yeah, you can do
I
it.
have room?
You can do
I
it.
have room. Okay.
You can
Yeah,
do
like
it.
a
You'll just
pivot.
you have to do a little bit of a wind up and then run. You just need to run. You need to run 10 feet to get your full 12 feet jump.
Okay.
That's how the jump mechanics work in D&D. You get your strength score as a long jump after you run 10 or move 10 feet.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I will do that, and then that's part of my movement.
Yep, that's part of your movement.
Okay.
And you're going to need to do the same thing. If you're going to do exactly the same thing as Abel did.
Would I be able to make that?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, that's enough distance covered by my move without taking any other action or
you want to take another action. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I'll jump down on top of the wagon and then with, slightly more flair.
Slightly more flair. So so sort of like a parkour double Robo-show.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to do. You're going to have a DC 13 acrobatics.
Okay.
And also a DC 12 performance check.
Actually, you know what? I'll take the athletics.
Oh, you can do athletics. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have proficiency.
Okay. So DC 13 for your athletics check.
17.
17. And I need you to do a DC 12 performance check.
Okay. 24. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude does a flip and lands on top of this wagon. You don't even have to roll your athletics check for the last part of it because you just do a double linder. What's the thing that
Lindy?
that Rhonda?
An
the
Iron Lotus.
Dangerfeld do?
Iron Lotus.
What was it?
The Iron Lotus.
Iron Lotus? Is that?
I think that's the one from Blades of Glory.
No, I'm talking about from Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, right. Yeah,
the
triple
dive
Lindy,
off the thing,
I think. Yeah.
the triple
the
landing. So you do the triple landing and you land it, and you still have 5 feet left of movement after that incredible
It's
display.
too bad I didn't have a target because it would have been really cool to also fire off a couple arrows mid flip.
Hey,
But,
It's too bad the only people who can see this are people who are just terrified by demonic tentacles.
Right. I'm just glad I'm maintaining my concentration while I'm doing this. So
They're like, that was pretty cool, but not the weirdest thing I've seen today. Not even in the last 20
you see
seconds.
that?
yeah. And
then I'll
Wokus is
move.
going to write a real good song about that.
no,
right,
but he
right.
ran.
He's not
no,
paying
Wokus missed it.
Oh, Lord. He took
gone.
off.
I'll move the extra 5 feet toward them if I can do that without getting accosted.
Yep. Although Willem sees you and he goes, "Wow, half elf, man, you're different, man. What is going on here? Everybody's different."
Everybody except you, Willem. And how far am I from them?
You are like he was moving toward the wagon. He's at the foot of the wagon. He's about 10 feet away from you.
Right. No, but how far am I from Abel?
Oh, Abel, you're about 45, but you have a wall between you.
So I have to go around the wall.
You have a-
right.
yeah,
I'm
you
just
have a
debating
door
whether I dash.
You'll have about 120 feet of movement to get around the wall and back to Abel.
Got it. Can I see in the wagon from where I am, or am I on the side of it?
Yeah, I'll let you see in it. That's fine. It looks a lot like the war wagon you guys blew up, except this one, the teleportation circle that's in there is bright blue and glowing, and is obviously being held open by somebody.
Got it. And I do not have Dispel Magic, so okay, I guess I will take the dash action. And can I safely move toward around the wall, or do I have to run through people to do it?
You will not be getting around people. I mean, you can aim for the edge of it.
Right.
You
Okay.
get 30 more feet. You still have to. You won't get to the edge of the wall. You won't get to anywhere.
Right,
you
but
can
there's
see
nobody in my way.
No, nobody's in your way.
Okay. So I'll do that.
Okay.
And I'm keeping Hunger of Hadar up because why not?
Okay. Excellent. All right, Abel.
All right. I hold the potion of Revivify over my head, and I say, Shannara!
Oh, Abel. Good night. What is that around you, man?
We don't have much time. This for Felipe and safe passage for us and the sergeant. And I refer to the Macy's Day Parade flip.
Felipe's body?
It will bring him back.
and you see Gallowmere look up at Shannara, and Gallowmere doesn't even wait. He scoops him up and starts running immediately toward you, and he takes a huge number of hits from.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
from Hark. I was going to say I accepted Felipe. They're accepted from the Spirit Guardians.
Okay, all right. And let me get these guys. He's just going to take hit after hit after hit of from these dudes. His AC is 16 because he has his wood skin. What is it called?
Bark skin.
Bark skin up. Okay. All right. So 18. That's 20. 16. That's gonna hit. 21. That's gonna hit. 6. That's gonna miss. And 11. That's gonna miss. So we got 3 hits here. He is going to take. Oh, this is not gonna be pretty, guys. He's gonna take 3d8 plus 9.
Damn.
Let me get these things. So many dice, guys. Ooh. Oh, God. Okay, he's going to take 19 plus 9. Oh, he's taking 28 damage.
Jeez.
Gallowmere goes down.
Ugh.
And he drops Felipe. And
Was he was not in Panther form anymore.
he
right?
wasn't in
He
Panther
was-
form. Yeah,
Right.
he was moved out of it.
How far did he get?
He didn't get away from the scrum.
Damn.
He was cut down in the scrum.
So it's still my turn, right?
It's still your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was apparently a reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. He was still in the environmental turn. So I'm just telling you, it's just for our listeners here. I've decided to do this with turns for people who are actively rolling initiative, and then environmental turns where it makes sense. And if Gallowmere would have survived that, he would have had a turn in the next round that would be a rolled initiative roll.
That makes sense.
So as he's going down, I'm going to toss him a healing word
Oh,
as
okay.
a bonus action. For 7.
Okay. So let me ask you this. As he's going down after he's taken the hits, or like after he's taken a couple of the hits? I will tell you the last hit took him down.
So here's the thing. I would love for him not to have to break stride.
Okay.
Is 7 enough to keep him up?
I cannot tell you.
Really say.
I cannot tell you. But I will tell you
Okay.
he was still moving after the until the last hit.
So I will just say, I see him running. I see him take some hits. I'm just thinking about this like logically as opposed to metagaming. I see him take some hits. I want him to make it. I toss out the healing word as soon as I feel like he's not going to make it.
Okay. All right.
I got a quick question too. You said he's a half orc?
He's a half orc. Yes.
He doesn't have that resilience where he gets killed and then jumps up with 1 hit point?
He does actually, although that's on
We haven't gotten
that would
that
be on
far
his
yet.
turn.
Ugh. All right.
That would be on his turn. It doesn't happen immediately. It happens on his turn.
All right.
Okay.
But good call, John.
I toss him an extra 7 hit points
Okay.
as he's running.
I will tell you, he was going to be at -4, so he took 4 more than he had. So his stride continues, and he continues moving toward you. Okay.
Awesome.
Environmental
So
turn.
that's a bonus
You still have an
action.
action.
But he has not made it to me yet, right?
So he used his action to scoop up and sort of protect Felipe Madamba, and so he moves 30 feet toward you. He's in your spirit guardians now.
Okay. So I just say, soldiers of Hark, flee while ye may. And I close the distance to him and give him the potion.
Okay. All right. Ooh. All right. I was not prepared for that, buddy. Woo. Okay.
Well, listen, I mean, we had two problems, and I felt like they could solve each other.
Okay.
We needed to get out of here with Despo Goodshower without cutting our way through a horde of Felipe Madamba's soldiers,
Okay.
and Felipe was dead.
All right. So you see from the sky falling a barbarian and a Hark veteran that from somewhere far to the east, Syl Moonbrook has dropped 2 more men from the sky.
Why hasn't she come to Felipe? I mean, that's not me. That's me meta discussing with the guys here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she just saved him, right?
No, well,
She saved him from Despo. She tried to.
I mean,
Yeah, she tried to.
maybe.
She picked up Despo to save him.
Yeah, right. He went down. Despo came at him, and then she
But
took Despo
clearly,
out.
she has the ability to go where she wants, and she hadn't gone back to him yet.
Yes, she's
anyway,
just been getting
sorry.
revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been busy. Yeah.
And so Waverly, you see him. Oh no, you don't see him. You guys are all
On
on
the
that
other
side
side.
of the.
We're on the west side of the
the
scrum.
thorn wall.
West side.
On the other side of the thorn wall. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you do see him. You see this streak of a man in robes flying over the thorn wall, and from the air, he concentrates fire down on Shandara, and you see him begin to move his hands about, and you can see, Jonas, that he is about to cast a fireball.
Wait a second, Shannara, right?
Shannara, sorry, yes, sorry,
Okay.
Shannara. Yeah,
Your fault for naming them so close together.
I know it's my fault. It's my bad. Okay, so
Incoming fireball, Jonas.
incoming fireball.
How close are we to that?
Well, you don't see where you're going to hit it, but I mean, he could hit you.
Well, the problem is that I've already done my reaction, right?
Oh, for your shield.
With the shield.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
So never mind.
So it doesn't really.
No big
it's a
no big
moot
deal.
Nothing you
point.
can do about it.
Nothing I can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it. Okay, remind me, 8d8. Is that what it is for
8d6.
8d6? That doesn't seem right. I
Yeah,
thought it was 8d8.
It is 8d6, my friend.
I mean, look, I'll let the blaster. I'll let the blaster tell me the truth. But all right, we're gonna do 8d6. Here we go.
What's he targeting?
So it's gonna shoot. I'll tell you in a second. So he is gonna hit as much of the scrum as possible.
He's just burning everybody.
He's gonna burn everybody, and he is gonna make sure he gets Shannara in this. Oh man, I rolled like booty on this one. I see a lot of 1s, 3, 19 damage. Okay.
Hey.
So you guys are all going to get hit in this. It is
Yeah,
a
deck
DC.
save
make
for
deck
half,
saves.
right?
Yeah.
Who's all of us?
Well, actually, not Filnir. This is a DC 18.
Oh, my specialty.
And Despo's
DC 18. God
Despo's
damn.
not in this, yeah? Because she's like 30 feet in the air.
Despo is not in this.
All right.
8.
The rope's not flammable, right?
It's a magical rope that you can't destroy magical atoms, right?
I would have had to roll a 19 or a 20.
Ooh, I got a 21.
Okay. All right. Let me roll the rest of these guys here. I'm gonna see if I can just. I don't have enough d20s for this.
God,
Okay. Here we go.
Even his crummy roll really hurt.
Okay. All right. I'm seeing a lot of survivors here. There's a lot of survivors. Here is the issue. The biggest one here. Shannara is going to survive this, I think. Here is her save. If she saves, she survives, but she'll still have to. Have to do a.
I mean, if she's at full hit points, 19's not going to kill her, right?
Oh, she's not at full hit points. She was one of the animals that was transformed.
Okay.
That went back down. Here we go. Plus. 7 is not going to do it. So she has a 17. So she's going to take the full 19. Oh, she has 23. She has 23 hit points still. But she still needs to do a concentration check.
Oh shit! So do I.
You all are going to have to do a concentration check. Okay. Okay, she holds her thorn wall. Her thorn wall holds. I need concentration checks for Abel and Ionis.
I do not save. Spirit Guardians goes down.
Is it? What was it? A 10?
It's a DC 10.
Okay, I got a 10.
All right. So
Can I ask a terrible question?
Yeah, do it.
What happens to Felipe and the half orc? Aren't they in that?
Yes.
Yep.
They are.
I mean, Felipe's already dead.
Right.
Yeah,
So he
Felipe's
just takes
dead,
the full
so-
brunt of it. I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, he's burnt, and the half orc goes down,
Singed.
but he's gonna come back up. He's gonna come back up because he is a half orc, so he's gonna come back up at one hit point, but he does go down.
On his turn. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we have top of the row here. We got Willem Searchlight. You guys don't got to worry about him. He's doing something else. And I need you to roll damage in the Hunger of Hadar.
You know how you can
All
tell
right.
Tom really wants to keep Willem Searchlight alive? He hasn't had him do anything annoying to us.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm not going to give these guys an excuse. If they're going to kill Willem Searchlight, it's got to be in cold blood.
I don't know why. I really want you guys to like this guy.
That's fun. 7 cold damage in the Hunger of Hadar.
Okay. You hear many more men die. This is not going the way I thought it was going to go. I just want to say this. This is not the way I thought this was going to go. So
In a
there's
good
no
way
more
or a
men-
bad way?
There's no more men left in the Hunger of Hadar. I don't know if you would know that or not, but I'll just tell you, like the last
It is
two
no
have
longer
died.
hungry.
It's no longer. It's hungry
there's no
so
more
much. The
there's no more
slurping
screaming
is
coming from
really
it.
loud. Send me more people, Fielder. Still hungry. I'm hungry, Fielder.
Sorry, that was gross.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's terrible. And Despo Goodshower, she says, "You gotta let me down. Don't give that monster a potion. Don't let any of these animals survive this shit." And she is gonna roll a saving throw now. Can she do this? Here's a question. Here's a question for everyone who's used Levitate before. I've never used it. You're supposed to get a saving throw, but she was sort of kind of incapacitated because she's falling when you did your thing. So she is now not happy with being up in the levitate. Can you keep her up?
So she did her saving throw the during that second round, right? Like
She
I caught
didn't,
her,
but she basically on purpose failed it, right? So when you caught her, so does she get to do another saving throw every round?
I think if I catch her, she's caught.
Okay.
What do you say, Sam?
Sam, you cast levitate all the time in our other adventure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's stuck. An unwilling creature that succeeds on a Constitution saving throw is unaffected, but once affected, it doesn't.
It won't let
Yeah.
go.
If you are the target,
Yeah.
I
You
can
move down
I can move
as part of your move.
I
She
can move her
she can
myself.
Choose to move.
No.
She can choose to move
If
down.
it's whoever. It's saying if you, the caster, is the target.
Oh, right.
But so I could move myself all over the place if I was levitating, like I, when we were in the woods,
see.
I could have moved myself up and down, and I can
Okay.
move her up and down if I want to.
Okay.
I just don't want to.
Okay. All right. All right.
yeah, no, she's stuck,
So she's stuck,
which is perfect for us.
Yeah. Okay, so it's Ionis' turn.
Okay, Despo, I understand that you're upset, but I really just need you to stay put. So Felipe's.
Let me talk to her. I got some special words.
Let me just think. So Felipe he's done. He's a lost cause, right?
Well, he's dead.
Well, he's dead, but he's also on fire. Like his body is going away.
He's singed.
He's
He all
singed.
got a
I mean,
little
yeah, he's
singed.
not a lost cause.
All right.
He's still within a minute of going down, so that revivify potion could work on him.
Could
I mean,
work. Could
you
work.
know.
All right. I'm just gonna say, Despo, we saved your life. I just saved your life. I need you to trust me. The most important thing is to end this war.
My men are being cut down.
They're being cut down by your people as well as these other people. Look at Waverly throwing fireballs everywhere. He threw it right at you.
Well, I have words with him later.
Despo, you've got to believe me. Do you know Griggly?
No.
Well, fuck it. Please just believe me. We are here to save you. Please.
When I get down from here, I'm going to show you what it means to save a person. I'm going to save you in blood.
Do I see Syl anywhere?
No, but there's people flying. I mean, dropping out of the sky again.
But I don't see her. I just see smoke.
You don't see it. You don't see her.
Okay, we're sitting there. We're watching all of this. We have our scrum is to our back.
Scrum is to your back. Your guardians are down. The men who are still alive, the Hark men who are still alive, have heard this deal that Abel is going to make, and they obviously don't want him to make it, but they want to live more. So they're getting routed by this wall.
So I just and our way is not blocked now to the wall of vampires.
It is. You still have to go another 50 feet to
That's to the
clear.
south.
But you were saying that
Yeah.
the
But we
hunger,
wanna run
the
west.
people were dead in the hunger of Hadar. I was just wondering.
Oh.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to go. Yeah, you'd have to go.
I could run over the dead people, like you said.
toward north to get around this wall.
I got
So
you.
this
I got
thorn
you.
wall is like a U going back to the forest on either side of the U.
Okay.
They've effectively cut the battlefield off.
Okay. So I can say, Abel, grab Madamba and let's get out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
And that'll be and then I just start moving. I continue moving west. Yeah, that's how we get out of here.
Yep. Continue moving west up around the wall, and fill near.
Do I see them coming around the wall?
You see the Macy's Day float
Macy's
of Despo.
we keep saying Macy's Thanksgiving Day
Macy's
parade balloon.
Yeah. You see the Snoopy version of Despo. Snoopy.
Despoopy.
Despoopy.
It's a reach. It's a reach. Just move on.
Despoopy.
But you can win her yet.
Okay.
I got to throw in a Broadway song for John every few
I
episodes.
appreciate it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, so I see the floating Despo balloon moving down toward where the wall ends.
Does he see Waverly Cloudsack
Yeah.
flying?
Yes,
through
he
the air?
sees Waverly Cloudsack flying. Yes.
And I saw
Who just sent incineration down. Into
right down in
yeah.
that area. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think I would fire my bow at Waverly.
Okay.
However, before I do that, I will use my bonus action to put Hexblade's Curse on Waverly. Oh wait, no, he's not within 30 feet of me, is he?
No.
Okay, never mind that then. Yeah, okay, I'll just shoot my bow.
I'm worried that there's going to be a lot of crackling on my track for this episode because I'm just stroking my beard right into my microphone. I'm like nervously pulling on it as everybody takes their turns.
Right. Well, okay, so here's the first shot. 27.
Oh man. That's a hell of a hit on this guy. Okay.
I really wish that Hexblade's Curse had been in range because that would have been a crit. Okay. How high is he?
He's sort of like strafing the battlefield now. So he's about 45 feet up from the battlefield, and about 70 feet away from you on the ground.
Okay.
Well within longbow range, but
Right. And is he on my side of the thorn wall or the other side of the thorn wall?
other side of the thorn wall.
Okay, so I'm going to. I'd really like to do this on my second shot, but there's no guarantee my second shot will hit. So I'm gonna Eldritch Smite him.
Tell me about this.
Okay, so basically, just like a Paladin Smite, I can add this on if I hit. So I can roll the damage for the longbow first, make sure that I don't think he's been damaged. 11 damage off of that, and then I will cast my Smite, which is an extra 1d8 force damage per level slot, and it's a 3rd level spell, so 3d8.
Ooh.
8. And then he's knocked prone.
Oh my god! And he doesn't get a saving throw against this, does he?
No.
He's just automatically knocked prone?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
All
So,
right, so
with a flying creature, he is going. So he's going to have to roll his concentration check. A flying creature that
That's 8 damage on the smite.
eight
So
damage.
19
okay,
total.
So 19 total. So he only has to get a 10. This is he has a Constitution.
Doesn't he have to
saving
do
throw
it?
here.
He does have to do it on the hit too. On the arrow.
So it's not
Are they
delivered.
two? It's not one.
It's not
two
like
separate
one
hits?
fail.
It's like a hit and then an explosion.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I would adjudicate the same way as a paladin smite. It's different sources of impact. But
okay.
whatever. I mean,
All
you're
right.
the DM, so you tell me.
No, I'll do it. I'll give him two. I'll give him two here. This is really pretty crazy actually.
But what happens if you knock a flying creature prone? Don't they go down?
They go down, yeah.
So if they go prone, if you're a
So-
flying creature, you stay up.
So listen, I'm just gonna toss this out there. I have not looked at this Jeremy Crawford, and I know this sort of goes against us, but I will say, it says you can deal an extra 1d8 damage to the target, extra 1d8 force damage, implying that it is additional damage on this same hit.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I think that does make more sense.
That's fine. That's fine. It's a DC 10, so one throw.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So here he goes. I actually threw one here on my die here that is, it's not gonna, you're not gonna like it, but here I'm gonna roll it so we can all see it. You ready?
okay.
Okay. I got a 17.
So he saves.
He saves.
Okay.
But in the act of being knocked prone while flying, he's going to float down to the ground. So he's not going to actually take the falling damage, because his flying movement. Oh, this is really tough, guys.
Okay. Wait. I'm
this
looking
is
at.
really hard.
Okay, so from the basic rules, page 71, this is not handbook reference, but the basic rules. If a flying creature is knocked prone, has its speed reduced to 0, or is otherwise deprived of the ability to move, the creature falls, unless it has the
Okay.
ability to hover or is being held aloft by magic such as the fly spell. Okay, so if he's flying himself with fly, he stays up.
He's flying himself with fly. So he sort of like flops over, and he has gone to 0 movement. But he does not fall on the ground, and he does not lose concentration.
Okay, well then I get another shot at him.
Yeah, but he is aware of you now in a way that he was not aware of you just moments ago.
Yeah, well, let's see, that sort of backfired on me. I was planning to knock him down so he couldn't see us, and it would buy us time. But
Yikes.
oh well, here we go.
Here we go.
Second shot, 13.
So this hits.
Okay,
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it hits.
all right, and then 6 damage.
So he does have to roll another concentration check for this
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
Yes, he does. I got an 8.
Yes!
All right, so
Phil clutch!
so dude
Shot him out of
dude
the sky
falls-
like a clay pigeon.
So dude's fallen 50 feet, which is 5d6
Oh shit!
of extra damage.
I'm out of spell
I mean,
slots,
he-
guys.
Yeah, well, this happens.
One turn.
Oh, Jesus. An extra 23 damage he takes as he like thumps down to the ground. He is still alive, but he is not looking
There's no
good.
way he has that many hit points.
All right, he's
Waverly
probably,
Cloudsack.
yeah, he's
dude,
a,
he's got those hit points.
I mean,
He's got those hit
19
points.
and 6
48.
and 23.
Yeah, dude, he cast Steel Wind Strike, and it wasn't his highest spell slot.
Ah, shit!
That's
I
a
am,
fifth
I
level.
am running really fast.
And then I'm going to yell to my compatriots, "Run now! Now's your chance. Let's go!"
Okay, and we are at Abel.
I administer the Revivify potion to Felipe Madamba.
Okay, what was your deal for this?
Safe passage from the
Okay.
from his troops.
Okay, so he comes to a little bit, and Gallagher, as soon as he gets the thing, Gallagher says, "Thanks a lot, brother. Fall back, everybody!" And
I should have moved toward them.
and no one moves yet, but they start the druids start to move toward Gallagher to protect Felipe and Gallagher, and you, because you're so close to him. Okay, so that's the end of this turn, and
Did Waverly fall inside or outside the thorn wall?
inside the thorn wall, on your side of the thorn wall.
Fuck. All right, I'm assuming that took my turn.
That's your turn. Yep.
You
Well,
want to move?
the action was giving the revivify. You can move. Yeah.
Wait, did Felipe, did he come to?
Yes, he came to.
I
Does he
go,
get a turn?
I just look at him. I go, remember this face. I'm your new best friend, baby. And then I run.
Okay. Jonas, did you run away also? You kept running toward the.
I ran west the way that they told me. I said let's go. I said grab Felipe and go,
Okay.
but he's gonna leave himself.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you hear horns blowing east and west, and you see. I'm not sure. You guys can't see it actually, but you hear from the other side of the thorn wall. You hear Willem's voice just booming, and he says, "Form a spear wall. We gotta get Waverly back. Prince Adair is coming out of the woods. Everybody, form a spear wall on me." And you hear like lots of movement around on the other side. Actually, I guess Filnir, you can see this.
Yeah.
So all the men who are left, it's about 20 men. They forming up. They look like they don't know what to do. Waverly is down on the other side of this wall. There's only 10 guys from Hark left on that side of the thorn wall. So they're moving toward him. The Felipe's troops are pulling back to where you guys are. The ones that are at the tree line are touching trees and disappearing.
West, Phil, west.
Yeah, and you can see out of the trees about 30 knights on war horses, on full plate mail war horses, are appearing from the east, running toward the Hark war wagon, and it does not look pretty. Though I will say, they are freaked the fuck out by your tentacle laden circle of black
orb
power
just floating in the.
that is still there. Like it's not real pretty. And you hear horns coming from the west also, and you see Adaran troops sort of appear from the forest. Filnir, you see this. Ionis and Abel, you do not. But a rickety ass war wagon that's all blown to shit has appeared at the edge, and there's about 50 more men who have arrived, and they're flying the blue of a dare, and Filnir, you see standing on top of the war wagon with about 10 archers in the wagon is Florn Gearshon, and he says, "Pincer move, it's time to kill the Hark soldiers." And he looks down and he sees you and at Filnir, and he says, "To me, men, protect the fleeing Filnir." And they're like, "What? The half elf, protect the half elf." And they can't see Abel and Ionis yet. And that's the end of that turn. Fellas,
Oof.
you got it in you to make it to your boys from Lake and Hearth?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
ready.
I mean,
Yeah.
Here, stop now.
All right, this is going to be a long episode. We got you got a couple of more turns to get to him.
This is crazy.
This is nuts.
So let's do it.
I'm just imagining Waverly back there just.
Yeah, Waverly's real pissed, but he's also on the ground, and there's not a lot of hope for him.
Oh.
I'm very surprised.
He's
here.
on the
So
ground
good.
surrounded by Felipe's men, right?
By Felipe's man. Yep. Okay.
Jeez.
All right. And his turn
you
is
can't go
after
flying
Despos.
through the air with an AC of 30.
I know, right? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't cast mage
You don't know his
armor.
Quicksilver, Honeysuckle, and Fly.
I didn't cast mage armor.
Mage armor.
Yeah.
It's good in the pitch, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just wearing his robes. He's just a badass who goes in like berobed. Okay. Top of the order. Willem is running. The veterans are running. The guys who were in the scrum make it over to Waverly to protect him. Despo's still struggling against you, Ionis, but you have her there, and Waverly Cloudsack makes it up to his feet, and moves about 20 feet in your direction, and he calls out the words. He says, "Everybody, get those fucking deserters. Bring me their heads." And he casts mass suggestion on the fleeing troops of Felipe Madamba. He's going to target 12 of them within 60 feet of him. They have a pretty high. It's DC 18 is his spell saving throw. So we're going to see. We're going to see what happens.
I feel like they're not going to understand who the deserters are, but maybe that's just maybe
Yeah,
that's
we'll
just me
see.
picking
We'll
my
see.
choice of words here.
Yeah.
Wild counter.
Oh.
Do it!
Oh,
No,
man.
I guess if you double it, there's 24 of them. Oh god, and it's for a day.
I'm gonna try something else.
Okay.
Okay. What are you going to try?
Well, it's not a reaction.
Yeah.
How far away
Okay.
are they?
Well, he's targeting.
I'd like to remind you that half elves, if there are any, have advantage on charm.
Okay. They're only halflings, only halflings, half orcs. There is an elf here, so they're immune to that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I won't even roll for the elves. There's three
How
elves
far away?
from you?
Yeah.
50 feet.
How far from the nearest, like Filnir or Abel?
So Abel is the closest, I guess, because he doesn't have expeditious retreat on. So he's about 30 feet away from the cloud sack.
Mm-hmm. And I mean the people that he's suggesting.
Oh, close. Yeah, they're. I mean, he's suggesting it to Galamir and Felipe.
The people that we're running with and running through.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so this is the thing. I'm screwed either way. I could. This is just to Sam and Tim. I can do the wild counter level 3 and then try to defeat a level 6 spell, or I could do dispel magic and try to defeat a level 6 after he's already cast it. Yeah, after he's already cast it. So my thought was dispel magic would get I mean, I don't know what a better. I don't know what chance. The wild counter does not work.
Well, the wild counter should have been practiced with me Eldritch blasting in the forest late at night over and over again until you got it. Because that's what should have happened, but it's too late for that now.
So obviously Waverly has he's a powerful caster. He's got a big spell bonus, and plus it's a 6th level spell.
Yeah, and the DC, if I do Dispel Magic, would be a DC 16 to see if I can dispel.
And how big's the range on that?
I mean, I can dispel a magical effect.
Yeah, but how far away?
120 feet.
So okay. It's not on
do
a
you want
target,
advice from me?
Area?
It's on I can dispel an effect. So I'm assuming that if he casts Mass Suggestion, I can dispel Mass Suggestion.
Yeah, that seems right.
And it's a DC 16 check against
against the dispel. Is it one
against his? It would be a DC 16 to see if it would actually work.
And it would be per character. No,
it would be against it. He does Mass Suggestion, so I'm canceling Mass Suggestion.
Right. So I think that each one of these creatures will be affected by Mass Suggestion, and I think you would have to dispel.
Each one is an effect?
Yes. Each person is an effect. If it was an area of effect, like you could dispel Filnir's...
It doesn't say remove one spell. It says remove one spell effect.
Spell effect. Yeah.
But the effect is up to 12. That's the thing. It's up to 12 creatures, but it's the one spell. He didn't cast it more than once. He cast it once. And the effect is to affect the spell is to affect however many people he says.
So here
that's what makes it level 6.
I can tell that Sam is googling a Jeremy Crawford ruling on this until he gets back something more definitive. My understanding of Dispel Magic is that if it's an ongoing area of effect spell, you can dispel the ongoing area of effect. Something like silence, you can dispel silence.
Right.
If it is something like bless, that has 3 creatures affected by it, you would have to dispel for 3 different creatures. You have to dispel an effect on 3 different creatures.
Yeah.
That's tough. So if that's the case, then I have to do the wild counter.
And I'll tell you, because it's a level 6 spell, he's going to get plus 12. And he will get plus 4 for his spellcast modifier. So he's going to get plus 16. You would get plus 6 plus 5. So you will get plus 11. So he will have a 5-point advantage on you on this contested check.
It's not terrible. I mean, it's better than the Dispel Magic.
Yeah. So he'll get a plus 5 on a DC on a D20, and you will get no pluses.
But that's if I cast wild counter level 3. Yeah.
Level 3.
Yeah. All right. My 3rd level spell slot. Sam, did you find anything?
No.
Okay. All right.
Not yet. Believe it or not, people have a lot of different questions about Dispel Magic.
Yeah. Well, it's a weird spell. It's weirdly written. Okay. I'm going to wild counter it at level 3.
Wait a second. I just found it.
Yeah, I found
Sam the Savior.
Too.
If a spell has this is Jeremy Crawford, if a spell has put an ongoing effect on multiple creatures, each of those creatures bears a discrete targetable effect.
I see. Okay.
So I would have to do Dispel Magic on each
one.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's got to be the wild counter.
Okay. So it's got to be the wild counter.
It's got to be the wild counter.
Here we go.
Would be more perfect for this.
Oh my god! I actually want to whisper this roll and just tell you win, but I just can't do it, man. All right, he's got plus 5 over
He's got plus 5, so I'm gonna roll my D20, right?
And here's my deal.
Mm-hmm.
If you tie, you win.
I like it. Okay, I'm gonna roll my D20.
Okay.
I've actually, the gods have been good to me today. So
okay, stop talking. Don't
I'm
say
gonna
that
stop talking.
kind
I'm
of
gonna do it.
Keep rolling.
Just do it.
Oh god.
Hey man, roll it. Roll your dice. Roll your dice.
I rolled it. I got it.
Roll your dice. Roll your dice.
Roll my die. Roll the D20 for the
table.
The
D20. Roll the D20.
All right, I will roll another D20. All right, I got a 5 for the roll, and then I got a 2 for the table.
Oh man.
Okay. Here. I just. Oh my god. Okay.
You know it's bad when the DM can't tell you what's going to happen because he's laughing too
so
hard.
Yep.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna get you
All
a
right.
shirt, Tom, that says "Beware the DM" with a gigantic grin.
this is just terrible. I don't know what to do. All right, well, I'm gonna roll. Look, you got a 5. So look, if Waverly rolls a 1, you win, right? So here we go.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Waverly gets a 6.
Unbelievable.
Plus 5 is 11. So you had a pretty good chance of beating that.
Unbelievable.
With a slightly better roll. Man. Okay. Well.
So what's the effect?
What happens?
Let me look at the effect.
They're basically all charmed, right? To do.
Well, no,
so-
but there's also a wild
the
counter.
wild counter
Wait a
effect,
second.
right.
Wait a second. John, your inspiration.
Oh, fuck. This is it. This is it.
Oh man.
I'm going to roll with advantage. I'm going to use the inspiration. Shit.
Oh.
I'm going to roll with inspiration.
Don't forget that shit.
And I'm going to roll. Well, I was going to save it for Despo, but I saved her. Fuck. All right, here we go.
An 11 or better, you have a 50% chance.
11
man.
or better. Come on. Damn it. I'm just going to roll. I'm not even going to say anything.
Nice.
Okay.
So I think I just topped off my meter there. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Sorry
god.
if there was peaking, podcast listeners.
Oh
boy.
my god.
What
Okay.
a moment.
Oh my god.
Okay. So you ready for it?
I'm ready. I still rolled the 2 on the table.
Okay. No. Roll it again. Sorry. You have to roll it now.
Roll it
that
every
you've-
time. Roll it
now-
every
Now
time.
that you've done it. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I rolled another 11.
Wow.
Okay. your choice on this one.
Okay. All right.
There's I'm going to give you 2 effects. You can choose which one you want to have happen.
Okay.
Okay. Either the spell is cast without interruption, or all of Waverly Cloudsack's clothes appear in the most difficult to find place, and the spell fails.
I
And the spell fails?
And the spell fails.
I am going to stare him right in the eye as he does that suggestion, and I'm just going to say, I think not. And then I'm going to waggle my fingers, and his clothes are going to disappear, and they're going to...
It'll be up on top of the thorn wall, right?
They're up on top of the thorn wall, where he's
Man.
completely naked. He can't get to it.
Man, if you didn't have an enemy before this in Waverly Cloudsack, you sure as
We
shit
have
do
just
now.
pissed him off.
Oh my god.
But he's still
All right.
surrounded by barbarians who are probably now chuckling.
Yeah, so he is naked as the day he was born, and that's it for his turn. He is gonna just start running toward the forest to the north, away from his troops, away from this battle. He is largely being ignored by the Gnome on Pantherback's troops.
Why would they ignore him?
Because they called a retreat. They called a retreat already.
So he's running with them, basically.
He's basically running
Yeah.
with them.
Oh,
yes.
that was so satisfying. Thank you,
Oh
Sam.
my god! Oh my god! This is a ludicrous thing. It's unbelievable. Okay. It is now. It's now Ionis's turn. Hey, you've used your reaction, so don't expect to get another one of those.
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody keeping me. There's nobody blocking me, right? I'm heading west.
You're heading west. Are you going to
I'm
keep
at,
heading there?
I'm at Quicksilver Honeysuckle, and
So you clear the wall and you see that Filnir is down there, and you see that Florn Gershon and several of the Lake and Hearth militia is there, and they are flying Adaran colors, but they are looking at you and saying, "Come."
okay, so we head towards. Can we all move in a similar direction and meet at a point somewhere? I just start waving my hands this way.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, well, these guys are a unit, so they're not going to be able to move quickly from you. They're at the forest edge. They're beckoning you to them.
Okay.
on
Okay.
our decrepit wagon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And Filnir, you went to them.
No, they came into sight. I haven't had a turn since they came in. But
All right.
they have, they're friendly. So I'll wave. I'll give you a reassuring wave.
And we're clear, right? There's nothing keeping me from going to them.
There's nothing in your way.
Okay. Yeah. I head to them.
And Willem is north, but Willem is north, right? With some spearmen.
He is moving north to where Waverly was, but he doesn't see him. He just knows that Waverly is beyond the thorn wall, and it is still up.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. That's my turn. I move towards Filnir and Florn.
Okay, Filnir.
I will wave them on. I'll be like, "Did you see that shot? Oh. Quick, let's go. What happened on the other side of the wall? Was he beaten to death by the barbarians?" And I'll wave him over.
Actually, he remained quite potent, and I had to eliminate his magic with the strength of my own.
It is a hell of a day, Filnir. It is a hell of a day.
And I guess I'll go over to. Are Florn's men on me, or are they still west of me?
They're west of you. You can get to them. You can get about halfway there. They're still a good ways away. They're clearly setting up the back end of this charge so that if the men that they're charging against start to run in their direction, they're there for cleanup.
Got it. Okay. I will. I'll keep my bow ready in case I see anybody coming after Jonas and Abel from behind them.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, I'll sit tight.
Okay. And Abel.
Okay, how far away am I from Felipe Madamba now?
So Felipe Madamba is 30 feet away from you,
Okay.
being carried by Gallimere.
Okay. So I yell, Felipe Madamba, my name's Abel Rockbrother. I'm the guy who saved you. I said, look at my face and remember it earlier, but I feel like I should have told you my name. And so then if you hear from me later, you'll know it was me and you don't actually have to see me. I'm just going to go now. And then I haul ass after Jonas.
But he does lift his eyes up from under Gallimere's arm, and he says, "Oh, I know of you, Abel. I think we're just gonna have to call ourselves even now." And he continues to make his way away with Gallimere. Okay, so do you guys gonna all keep moving to the Lake and Hearthens?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see in the distance the charging war horses of the Adaran main forces, and you can see that there are. It's very impressive. They're first of all, they're beautifully armored. They're well put together. The horses are charging in a V shape, almost like an arrowhead, and at the front of it, you recognize. Abel, you don't exactly recognize, but you can tell that this is a royal, like a royal unit of the cavalry. He is the man in the middle is like beautifully armored and is clearly not actually going to do any fighting in this situation. He does have his sword up, but he's mostly shielding, and he's got men on either side of him shielding him. And you notice that they have what is the symbol for Tempest?
It's a flaming sword.
So there are 4 priests riding behind the front of this sort of charge, and they all have the flaming sword of Tempest up, and the charging line is heading toward the wagon, and then clearly they learn something or see something, and they move north, chasing the naked Waverly Cloudsack, who is still running on foot, and as the druids hit the tree line, they all touch the oaks that are there, and they all just disappear. So they are becoming a gaseous form and traveling with a spell called, I think it's called Tree Walk or Forest Walk. And they are sort of disappearing. And you get the sense that maybe this is how Felipe Madamba and his troops have been so effective, such effective shock troops in the open field, but why they maybe haven't been able to assault camps, armies in the open field, this sort of thing, without something like a war wagon with a teleportation circle inside of it. And the route is being signaled on the horn. And when you get to Florin Gershon, he says, we were all conscripted against our will. If we make our move right now, we can make it back to Lake and Hearth, but they're not going to be happy if we do that, fellas. But we don't want to be in this army. We're your men. We're the men of Lord Commander Iona Silverwind and Abel Rock brother.
Florin Gershon, if there's one thing I haven't worried about today, it's making anybody happy.
So
well said,
he moves
Abel.
over and he says, up in the wagon, we can get away from these guys. There is a rear guard, but I think we'll be okay.
Okay, we get
All
up
right,
in the
we
wagon.
jump in.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. So you get up in the wagon, you make your way in the trees. Nimrod Tolkien is gone. Wokest is gone. And Filnir, this is what you hear. You hear from your spear. Filnir?
Yes.
Very good shot. I want to tell you something.
I am listening.
Tomorrow has come. He is coming. And you will see him very, very soon. Be ready, my friend. I would like to stay with you.
Okay. Gentlemen, I think Walter Faust is not far.
Is that the Adaran?
The paladin that I had been searching for since we've joined forces back in the Fort Harkness. Paraso has just told me he is nearby. We may have another battle soon. But I'm sure that comes as no surprise. We should stay ever ready.
Gentlemen, what level are you?
Please say 6.
Six?
You are level 6.
Yes!
Yes!
And as the wagon makes its way through the tree line and making its way back toward Lake and Hearth, Despo Goodshower is still banging around up in the trees.
Long does levitate last?
On a string.
I imagine he would have brought her
minutes, I
down
think.
below the tree line level,
I
but just
would've
enough
let
where
her-
she couldn't put her feet down.
Yeah, I could, she's just floating above the wagon. That's it. Just above the wagon.
It lasts 10 minutes, by the way. So
Yeah. Okay, well, you still have time.
Yeah.
It's still going.
awesome,
that whole
though.
battle was about a minute,
Yeah.
if that. Oh man, that did not go how I thought it was going to go. But thus ends episode 21 of Every War Must End, the Dungeon Dads podcast. Please come back soon and listen to us talk about this. Our bonus episode is next week. And I think it's going to be a real good one.
Yeah.
You can also hear the guys level up to 6.
Oh, so good. Hats
yeah.
off to you, Tom. Hats off to you.
Yeah,
what?
that was awesome.
How well done was that? That was fantastic,
Wow.
Tom.
Man,
Wow.
all right. I'm glad you had fun. I was really nervous about it, and I remain really nervous about what happens next.
Yeah. A lot of enemies made in that little skirmish.
Maybe
Yeah.
less than we had early on, though.
Yeah.
Maybe. I didn't like what Felipe said.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling there's more to that story.
Yeah. Eesh.
All right.
Can't wait for the next one.
So we have Despo and Felipe with us, and Florence.
No,
No,
Felipe's
Felipe-
not with us.
Got it. Sorry, I missed that.
flew. He
ran.
Felipe the coop.
Whew.
What an episode. If you're enjoying our podcast, use that mage hand to head on over to patreon.com/dungeondads and consider becoming a Patreon subscriber. It really does go a long way in helping us bring you the content that you love so much. Also, do you like dice catapults? Who doesn't? Go visit our friends at dragonburndesigns.com where they make dice trays, dice boxes, dice towers, and much, much more. If you visit their site today, enter the code DungeonDadsFan and get 10% off your next purchase. Now how's that for a gift? Okay, I gotta put these kids to bed. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Or, if you're a Patreon subscriber, I'll talk to you next week. Until then, keep casting that fireball. Later.
Shoo-ba-da-ba-da, shoo-ba-doo, up, up, shoo-ba-da-ba-da, shoo-ba-doo.